Hi, Carolyn. So we're going into our next two workouts. The first one we're going to do is going to be using a loop band, or your leg bands, I think is what you refer to them in your email. So a loop band and resistant bands. Now, I'm using resistant bands with handles. If you just have the band, like the yoga band, you can feel free to use that one too, whichever you have at home and whatever is convenient for you. The first workout, we're going to do the same thing with the bike and the Tabata sets, okay? So you're going to warm up on your bike at 2 to 4 minutes, and then you're going to go into your sprints 20 seconds, rest at an easy pace for 10 seconds, go back into the 20, same format Tabata. And then we're going to go into strength set 1, okay? The first move we're going to do with your strength set, in the first strength set, we're going to use resistant band. So mind my door stopper here. We're going to bring this one down onto the floor. And I'm going to step pretty much into the middle of the resistant bands, holding onto the handles with my hands. I'm going to go into a squat with a tricep kickback. So I'm going to come down into a squat, a little bit of a curl in my arms. I'm going to reach up, and then I'm going to kick back with my triceps and bring it back forward. So I'm coming down into my heels in that squat, squeezing my bum to come up, and really squeezing the triceps to push back. All the way down, sinking as low as you can, squeeze to come up, tricep back. We'll go 2 more here. Bring it down all the way, squeeze to come up, big kick back, really pushing and squeezing in those triceps. Bring it down again, squeeze to come up, and tricep back. Awesome. Okay, so that's your first move. Second move we're going to go into is on the chair in our incline plank. Now, I know you said your wrists are biting you. Try this one to see how it goes. You can probably do this one on your elbows. My chair's really hard. It's plastic. This is our sort of condo for the month. But I'm going to bring it out into a wide stance plank, so I have a nice little tricep hold there. I'm coming down at the side. I'm going to bring that. You're going to want to play with the resistance to find the right one. So you're going to bring your band down towards the side. We're going to raise up into a fly and come back down into the center. Raise up into a fly, so it's just coming to shoulder height and come back down into the center. If it's too much to go on your hands, then you can do it on your elbows. If you are on your elbows, you could also go down to your knees for added support. We're going to get that resistance a little bit tighter. We're going to bring it up to the side and bring it down. Raise to come up to the side, big stretch, and bring it back down. All right, that's move number 2 in the first set. Then we're going to go into loop band chest pulls. So you know from the last series of videos, I like to be on my knees for some of my arm movements, and it's because I find it really does engage the core and work in those muscles as well into the abdominals. So I'm going to have my loop band around my palms. I'm going to go into a chest extension. So really coming from the forward position, stretching those elbows back, really squeezing in my shoulder blades, and bring it back out into the front. Pull it back, big stretch there, and bring it back forward, back, big stretch. Really reaching those elbows back, squeezing into the shoulder blades, and come back forward. Trying to keep your shoulders down so that you're not hunching up towards your ears, and bring it center, and open up that chest, and reach for it, and bring it back. Notice every time I do that, my elbow is staying at shoulder height. I'm not dropping down. I'm keeping everything nice and high and pulled back. Now we have one more move in this set. We're going to use our resistant band once again, and we're going to come down onto the floor for dead bug 1. So the resistant band is going to come underneath the arch of your feet, 2, and then we're going to go into a full press out here, all the way out, and squeezing with those lower abs, come back in. Now, normally I do this one either barefoot or with socks, all the way out and squeeze to come back in. You just want to be careful that that loop band doesn't snap off of your feet and come back in. So we're really moving slow here. Big stretch. I'm pressing my back into the floor and I'm pulling back in nice and slowly using my lower abs. Pressing the back out to the floor, down, and bring it right back in with control. I'm trying to keep my knees in line with my hips. I'm not coming back any further than that. I want to come in a nice little angle there. Come out straight, squeeze, and bring it back in. So that's the 4th move of the first set. You're going to run through those, and you're going to repeat 2 to 3 rounds depending on how much time you have during that day. And then we're going to go into the second set. So In between your first set and your second set, you're going to go run through that Tabata on the bike once more, and then you're going to come down for your second strength set. Coming up, sorry, kids running in the background, we're going to go into a lunge with a tricep extension. So with your resistance band, you're going to place your foot sort of towards the handle that's on the floor. You're going to come into a back lunge stance here. So my knee is in line with my ankle. My leg is far back behind so that I can really drop down to that knee into a nice lunge, okay? So we're going to start with your arm up. You're going to come down and then squeeze into a tricep extension at the top. Bring everything down, find your core balance, squeeze all the way to come back up. Now, the more resistance, or sorry, the further away you are from that handle that's on the floor, the more resistance you're going to have. So I'm keeping it easy here just to show you the form. But feel free to play around with that and see how it feels. So we're starting everything up. You're going to come down into that lunge, squeeze to come up. So I'm really squeezing into that nice little butt cheek where if you hold a pencil there, it's going to stay, all right? I'm really squeezing into it. Bring everything down and then squeeze and really squeeze into that tricep. Pull, pull, pull. Back down again and lift it. Awesome. Okay. First move of the second set. Then we're going into loop bands, back on the chair. So this one I need you on your hands. So hopefully the wrists are okay. If there's a problem, you'll let me know and we'll switch it up, right? So we're going to go into plank position, and the loop band is around the palms of my hands. I'm going to stay nice and flat here. Tummy is tucked. We're going to reach up, getting the back of your hand towards your shoulder and all the way down. Really pulling in with my core, trying to keep my back flat. Trying not to rock in my hips as I move all the way up, tap, bring it down, lift, up, tap, bring it back down. Again, if you need to do this one on your knees, you can. You're going to have to lean forward in a little bit and really reach for it and bring it back, and really reach for it and bring it back. That's certainly going to take pressure off your wrist, and it's not kidding you. It's still going to really work into your obliques and your shoulders as you're pulling up. So either in your hand plank or down to your knees at a nice plank angle. I don't want to be tabletop here. I want to be leaning in and really pulling, come back down, pulling, and come back down. Our third move for this set, we're going back with the resistance hand, and we're going to go into squat with a press. So, finding that resistance band, finding my middle. The door stopper on this one is when I hook it up to the back of the door, and then I can do, I don't know, shoulder pulls and all sorts of back exercises, which we'll get to at some point. I'll find out whether or not you have the door stopper on yours. Okay, shoulders are back. I'm going to come down into a squat, really pushing my bum back, bringing my elbows down to my knees. As I squeeze to come up, I'm going to reach up into a press and bring it back down, dropping it low, touching my elbows onto my knees, so I'm really sinking in, lifting my toes into my heels, and I'm going to squeeze my butt to come up, and a big overhead press, both sides. Bringing it down, squeeze to come up, pull in that tummy so you don't arch your back, bring it down, nice squat, squeeze to come up, big press, bring it down. I'll give you two more. Bring it down low, squeeze to come up, really press high, bring it down, and one more here. We're going to squeeze in that bum, press up to the ceiling, and bring it back down. And we got one more move for the second straight set. We're going to go into dead bug 2. So again, with your resistance band, this time I'm only going to put the band around 1 foot. So I'm here. I'm going to double up with my handles on one arm, and we're going opposite. So this one, I want you to pull and come back in, pull and come back in. I don't know if we'll be able to, I think we can do it. Let's try that way. Sometimes I'm not sure of the resistance. So let's do it this way, same position. We're going to extend the left leg and the right arm moving opposite, right? We're going to come all the way out and bring it in, all the way out and bring it in. So my left hand is just resting at my chest. And I'm squeezing and dropping that heel down, really pressing my back into the floor, and squeeze to come back into center, all the way out, and squeeze to come back into center, and then we're going to switch sides. So this time my right handle is just going to be at my chest, And we're going to go opposite. We're going to squeeze it all the way out, really press in flat, bring it back into center. Big reach there, nice extension, nice stretching, nice elongation, both directions. Let's go out and bring it in, and one more on the side. Bring it out and bring it back in. So that's it. First workout. Look at that. I only had to do a few reps per move, right? But you, my dear, are going to go 10 to 12 reps per move. And it's going to go per side where applicable, obviously. And don't forget to start off with your Tabata on your bike. And in the middle of your 2 strength sets, I want you to give me another Tabata on the bike. And always finish off with a nice amount of stretching, nice deep stretches, okay? Now I'm going to get into the second workout that I'm going to be sending you. So first move we're going to do, we're going to start with a cardio burst. So again, similar format to what we did with the first set that I sent out. And our cardio burst is going to have 4 moves, and we're going to start with a heavier weight. So I listed on your write-up that to use a 10-pound. Feel free to go up a bit if you are so inclined and you feel that you can do it. Maybe start with a 10. I've got a 12 here, so that's what I'm using right now. We're just going to go into swings. So we're going to come into a little bit of a squat. Notice I'm not really coming all that way far down. I really want to kick my bum back, and then we're going to swing up and overhead, controlling it to come down. So come through, lift, and reach overhead. Come through, lift. That tummy needs to be really rock hard tight, pulling it through and come down. I'm not swinging the dumbbell as I come down. I've got nice controlled movement all the way through and bring it up. So if you can do that with a little bit of speed while still controlling it, then pick it up a little bit and reach, really squeezing that bum at the top, up there, down, and bring it up. Cardio burst, move number 1. Move number 2. We're going to go into that incline on your chair. Always want to, I don't know if you realize this yet, but I incorporate core throughout everything that I do, including all my cardio moves. So we're going to come down. You can be on your elbows for this one if you want. You're going to come here. We're going to go for side step outs. Coming out to the side, center, over and back, over and back. Just tapping as you go, keeping that nice flat back the whole time. No bumps in the air, no rocking in the hips, over and back. Nice and easy, but still gets the heart rate up. Third move for your cardio squat, cardio burst, we're going to go into dumbbell squat with overhead reaches. I've got 5s here. So we're going to come into a wide stance squat. We're going to come down to that squat and reach and twist overhead. Down to the side, pivot in the foot to turn around. Bring it across and bring it down. Across, bring it down. Remember when you're coming down into that squat, you're going into those heels. So lift those toes up. Really feel yourself coming down and really reach with that fist to punch up and across the body. Down and across. Okay, that's third move. And we've got one more. We are going into cross-ends up here. Bringing it down into your plank. This time, last time we worked on spiders. This week we're going to work on cross-ends. So I'm going to reach for the opposite leg of my chair each time. Crossing under and through, under and through. Now, if you're finding the belly's going to get in the way of this one, no worries, we can change it. We can bring it up, and you can give me a tap across, and bring it back flat to center, tap across, bring it back flat in the center, through and back, through and back. So, easy modification. You can also do these ones with gliders. So I'm just going to show you quickly, and I have my gliders here. So the 2 moves that we just did with the chair, that first move where we were going with the side walkout, I'll put my gliders down. I'm going to come down onto my elbows. So this one would be out, over, middle, out, over, middle. Keeping it nice and flat the whole time. And center, out, in, and center. And then if you want to do the crossing one, the exact same thing, stand, back onto the elbows. We're going to glide in and really reach for it. In and really reach. So when I'm coming out, I'm kicking through my heels to really get my feet out. Bring it in, nice flat back. In, flat back, in, and flat back. And if you wanted to do the other one because belly's in the way, you can come here. You can reach across and bring it in. Reach across and bring it in, almost like we're doing a curtsy squat with the glider in a plank position. Come through and back. Come through and back. All right, so again, those 4 moves for your cardio burst. We had squat with the swing. If you want to add the gliders for your incline walkouts, side walkouts, add the gliders on. And then we have squat, overhead, reach, and then into your cross-ins, again with the gliders if you want them. They are there for you. I know you said you had them. Okay, now we are going into glider pendulum lunges. So I'm just going to move my back a little bit. And I'm going to use my chair for some added stability here, okay? I'm taking one glider with me. I'm going to go on my left foot first. We are going to come into, make sure I have enough room for the back. Okay. We're going to come into a forward lunge, coming down low. Really squeeze that bum and drag the weight back. And come down into a back lunge and bring it back into center. All the way down, squeeze to come in. All the way down, squeeze to come up. Down, keep that ankle, and come back. So the beauty of the pendulum lunges, especially with using the glider, is that you're changing your load as we switch legs going each direction, right? So out of the side, same exact thing. I should be holding the chair on the other side, but that's okay. Squeeze it in, come down low, squeeze to come up. Bring it down. I'm sinking into that forward heel. Again, I'm sinking into the forward heel. Notice that I lift up my toes so I really control it. Down, squeeze in, down, squeeze back. Awesome. Okay, that's move number 1 for your first strength set here. Then we're going into dumbbells, close grip with a press out. So let's go with 5s here because we're going to do this in a standing position, or we can do it on the knees, so up to you. So close grip press out. My dumbbells are going to be together. I'm going to come out straight with the weights and bring it out into a fly, squeezing my pecs to come back in, pulling it back into my chest. Push out, bring it wide, bring it in, and squeeze it back. Down on your knees. Looks like the same thing. You're going to open up those knees to have a little bit of a tripod effect. Weights are at your chest level. We're going to squeeze. We're going to push out with the squeeze, lift it wide into a fly, squeeze it back center, and bring it back to the chest. Press out, open fly, bring it back in, and squeeze it back into the chest. Amazing. That's move number 2. We're going to go into move number 3. I'm going to spin my chair around. We're going to go incline, up, down, hip dips. Looks like coming onto my hands. Nice flat plank here. I'm going to come down onto my elbows. I'm going to dip to one side and dip to the other. Center out into a flat plank. Come back up onto my hands. I'm going to switch sides on the direction for which side I'm coming down on each time. If you don't, do not worry about it. Bring it up. I do it because I like it to help me with my even counting. Over and across. Over and flat in the center. Come back up. Let's go one more. Bring it down. I'm going to dip and bring it center, and dip and bring it center, and back up to my hands. Try not to rock in my hips as I go. 4th move. One more. We're going into wiper fly. Let's move the chair out of the way so you can see me a little bit better. All right, this one, you're going to use your 5 pounds or your 7 pounds, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm going to lie flat on my back. My weights are overhead. My legs are overhead. I'm going to go into wipers. So my legs are going to go in one direction and one arm is going in the other. Right now, my legs are going to go to the right and my left arm is going to come down into a fly. I'm coming down. So I'm bringing my legs to the side and forward and bring it back into center. And then the other side, right arm's down and bring it back in. Again, you're going opposite direction. The other arm is staying directly overhead. Added resistance there. Bring it across and come down to the other side. Using those obliques and using your lower abs. Bring it down. Trying to reach. You're not bringing your hips off of the floor. Over to the side. And bring it up. Down low. And reach. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale on your hard work. And bring it back into center. So that's wiper fly. Those are your first moves, the 4 moves from your first strength set. Then you're going to repeat the cardio burst moves that we just did. So we're going to do the dumbbell swing. We're going to go glider, incline side steps in a plank position. We are going to go dumbbell squat overhead reaches and glider incline crossings again in your plank position, or you can do that little curtsy reach around from behind if tummy's getting in the way. Then we're moving on to strength set 2. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to go for curtsy on a glider with a little bit of a forward arc. So spinning my chair around once more. Stay where you can see me. I'm going to start with that weight, with the glider, all the way in front. Nice little angle, position nicely. We're going to reach around and really come down into a curtsy and bring that back around to the front. Bring it down, really sink low, swing around and come back into center. Bring it down, really reach. Try to reach a little bit further every time. If you feel like you're stable and you don't need the chair, go for it. The chair, believe me, is still giving me a hard enough workout on the legs. Bring it down and squeeze to come back in. And I'm going to do the other side because otherwise it's going to be really uneven. Okay, starting center. We come around and sink it low and squeeze to come back up. Down and sink it low and squeeze to come back up. You can always add a dumbbell here if you feel like it, but I want you to really focus on getting down through that forward heel, squeezing right underneath and feeling that pull come right across. All the way down, pull, 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 and reach across. Give you one more this side. Down, reach, and come across. Okay, that's your first move, second set. Then we are going into single. Okay, let's go. We're going to go with 10s for this one. So we're going to go, I'll come down on the knees again. I like this position, and I like it for you. Okay, so we're going to go single bicep, 1 and 2, and then you're going to come into a rotation. Okay, so you're bringing that the bicep curl up, and another one, and then we're pulling the elbows together and into the sides of your body, okay? And bring it back down. You're coming up and down, lift and lower, out and back. Tummy, rock tight here. No arching in your back. Bring it down. I have you at 10s for this one. You can go lower. You can go higher depending on where you're at. These are 12s right now. They're giving me a big burn, okay? 1 and down, 2 and down. Reach it back and bring it in. So on that rotation, I really want you to push your elbows into the sides of your body and squeezing between those shoulder blades in the back, all the way up to the top. All right, going into your third move, I'm going to put these aside, and we are going incline push-up into a squat, which looks like this. Turn around, and out. Okay, wide leg push-up. We're going to bring it down. We're going to lean back and squat into it. Walk the hands over, bring it down into your push-up, walk the hands back, sink into a squat. Bring the hands forward, give me a push-up, walk the hands back, sink low into a squat. Bring it forward, push-up, bring it back, sink into your squat, all the way over, push-up, walk it back, squat it down. So that's very similar to if we were going to do a walkout on the floor. Walking it to a full plank, giving a push up and bring it back up. But we're using the chair for added stability. We're here. You can just bend forward and walk it out into that push up. Lift it back. Come on in and sink down low into that squat. And that's all she wrote. And then we got scissor crisscross for the final move. Into my chair yet again. We're going to come down low. I think I had you using 5s to 7s for this one. I'm going to grab my 5s because they're handy. Legs are up, weights are up. This time, the heads of your dumbbells are touching. We're going to come out into a scissor and a fly. Bring the legs in and crossing the arms and the legs. Bring it back out. Bring it through. Crossing all the way out. Bring it back in and cross. Really pressing my back into the floor every time I'm moving my legs. I'm pushing and pressing. And bring it across and through, all the way nice and wide there. Straight arms, straight legs. Bring it down, bring it up, and bring it across. If you find that you're arching your back at any time, bring your legs a little bit higher up towards you. If not, try to keep them at a nice angle below your hips. And that is it. So, repeat on that one. You're going to start with the cardio burst in the right up. You're going to go into your first strength set, repeat your cardio burst, and come into the second strength set, and then carry on with your stretching at the very end. And that is both of the workouts for the next 2 weeks. So I hope you enjoy them. And let me know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or any modifications. And that's it. I'll give you, I think you get one more while I'm still in Florida. So as you can see, I do have a lot of toys here. I don't have as many toys as I have at home, but I will do my best to make sure that we are incorporating lots of stuff that you do have at home because I want to make it fun for you and I want to change things up. All right, so take care. Bye. We'll talk later.